All rise for pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for a brief moment of silence. Thank you. Item 1.2, call the meeting to order at 7:01 p.m. Item 1.3, roll call. Janine?
Ms. Joy Beers,
Present.
Mr. Richard Belts,
Here.
Ms. Barbara Bose,
Here.
Mr. Dwayne Delafer,
Here.
Mr. Jeremy Blount,
Present.
Mr. Sean Dees, Ms. Heather Neff, present, Mrs. Carrie Sittler, present, and Ms. April Long. Here. Thank you.
Item 1.4, the purpose of the special meeting as per the advertisement in the Times News. The Heighton Area School District will have a special board meeting on Thursday, November 13th at 7 p.m. to accept the resignation of a board member and potentially appoint a new member to the board. The meeting will be held at the administration building forum. Great. Item 1.5, public comment on the proposed agenda. Is there any public comment for the agenda?
It says the proposed approval of the agenda. Now, can we make a motion to remove things because the way that's worded?
When we get
Or is it public comment for the people that think that there shouldn't be certain things on the
it's
agenda?
public comment for them to comment on the agenda. When we get to 1.6, then the board can make comments on the agenda. That's how it's set up.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is it makes no sense.
It's the way that Jeff set it
I
up
know.
like a year or two ago. And is
Makes
there
no
any
sense.
public comment for the agenda?
No.
Thank you. All right, moving on, item 1.6. Do I hear a motion to approve the agenda as presented, or in an alternative?
So moved.
Second.
Any comments on the agenda?
I think we should remove the 2.4 and give it some thought. I don't think it should be done tonight. We have 8 people that applied.
I'm okay with the agenda as it is. When we get there, we can see if board members have a comfort.
I just wanted to, you asked.
Yep, thank you, Barb. I appreciate your honesty. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Nay. Say nay.
Aye.
So it was 5-3, just to be clear.
Yes.
You got it, Janine? Okay, I just want things to be clear. Moving on to the traditional public comment. I will start off calling upon Sean Gleaves, and I will remind people, the reason that we chose this Thursday is because Sean could be here in person.
Well, this is a motion. Are we going to have a motion in a second?
This is public comment.
Oh, it's public comment.
Yeah, this is the
Gotcha,
public, this
I'm
is the
sorry.
traditional public. comment.
I thought we were going to the action items already.
No.
Mind if I face this way? Will the
Go-
mic pick me up?
Go right ahead. Yeah.
All right, good evening, everyone. Apologize for my stutter. This is moving McCracken coming. As all of you are aware, I have been absent from public meetings for the past 7 months. This is simply due to the changes in my work schedule and place of work. It should be stated that my career and well-being of my family is priority above this volunteer position of board director. I am genuinely apologetic for my absence and resulting resignation. I committed to a 4-year term and had every intention to fulfill that commitment. The change in my work schedule was unforeseen and unplanned. Had I known, I would have never run for public office. I consider myself an honorable man, and an honorable man fulfills his commitments. This is a creed I try my best to live by. I made a commitment as a father and husband foremost, and as stated before, my loyalty is with my family before community. And I'm sure most of you will agree with this decision and would do the same given the circumstances. The reason for my resignation is due to my decision to relocate my family closer to my new place of work, which began a few months ago. I realize that the timing of this seems precarious due to the recent elections. It wasn't until this last weekend that I received confirmation that our home buying process was approved. I did not want to resign until that decision was finalized. Otherwise, I would have stayed until I was able to attend meetings again, which was my original plan. I also realize that some of you will choose to believe that this was some mastermind plan to withhold power on the board. You are free to believe what you want, but my goal with this letter is to convince you otherwise. I do not want my choice to resign to negatively affect the perception of my fellow board members. This was my choice and mine alone, and I could not have planned this any differently. I am ultimately at the mercy of the housing market and God's timing. Hope everyone can just respect my decision to do this. And if you have any questions for me, now's the chance to ask me.
You can leave. Wow.
Anybody else?
Good, Sean.
Yeah, sure. Sit here.
Thank you for your service, sir.
Thanks.
The other public comments? Carrie Sittler. Just doing the deep dive, but he's done that before. You speak as a citizen.
Good evening. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the community for electing me to the Lehigh Area School Board 4 years ago. Not a very good public speaker, so I'll do the best I can. My jaw is out of alignment. I grew up in Lehigh and graduated here in 1991. I was fortunate enough to experience Sunday afternoon booster club football games at Bear Memorial and Wednesday nights as well. We watched the Friday night high school football games and would surf the track with our friends. It was a different time back then. There was a real sense of community as we would all gather for these events. Eventually, I went to high school. I received 5 varsity letters in sports, was active in FBLA and on our team, and our team brought home the gold for FHA at Washington, D.C. But the truth is, my goal was to get out of this small town, go to college and see what was out there, and I did that. I moved to Rhode Island, attended Johnson & Wales University on a partial scholarship, and received a Bachelor's of Science in Management and Associate's degree in Recreational Leisure Management. While in college, I was involved in a Big Brother, Big Sister program for students in the Fall River, Massachusetts School District. I also tutored 2 6-year-old students in the Providence Elementary School. I was fortunate to live downtown Providence for 2 years and experience all that there was to offer. I was able to see shows like Cats, experience concerts, see hockey games, go to Boston and see all it had to offer. I had access to the ocean, experience big city life to its fullest. I was also able to travel the United States with my college friends. After college, I moved back to PA. I lived in various towns. Eventually, my husband and I decided to settle down in Lehigh. I then decided on a career change and received my associate's degree in liberal arts at LTRC and my associate's degree in registered nursing from Northampton Community College, where I received a full scholarship. We then started a family. I was involved in the parents' organization from preschool to high school. I helped plan, run, and orchestrate events from kindergarten to high school. I was a booster club track coach for many years. I had my education at the Lehigh Area School District to thank for all of this. So now my points. During all of this, I have seen the highs and the lows of the Lehigh Area School District. I have gone to many meetings as a citizen and as a director. I ran for director because I wanted to change for our kids and our community. I wanted a different board, an honest board. That is what we ran on and we won. Unfortunately, the objectives of this board have changed. Everything Joy, Barb, Wally, and I ran for is no more. It hasn't been for a long time. The secret meetings and agendas have been back for a long time. The exclusion of board members has returned a long time ago. The egotistical nature of the board president has been back in full force. This is not what I ran for, and this is not what we were voted in. That being said, I hope everyone takes into consideration what all the candidates bring to the table and why they want to be on the board. Thank you.
Thanks. Brian Sheener.
I'll take up nearly my 3 minutes. I would just like to respectfully request that the board tables any motion to appoint board member or seat. The seat has basically been vacant for the last 7 months, and the rush to appoint someone tonight reeks of nothing but politics. And in my personal opinion, is a completely wrong reason to make a decision of this magnitude. I implore the moral members of this board to table any appointments until the new board is seated. Thank you.
Jeremiah Dunchak.
Hi, yes, my name is Jeremy. I'm the president. I'm here to talk about 2.4 appointment to fill a board vacancy. It comes to my attention that there are board members who would like to appoint their own board member who is a recent member of the board. And you all know that we did just have a vote in November on new board members who would be filling the spot. And there were people who were below that who are runner-ups. And in my opinion, these couple of board members who would like to pick their own board member is slightly selfish. Now, I think it's time to be selfless. We agree what that is. Concern more with the needs and wishes of others than oneself. Again, it's time to be selfish and not selfish. Concern more with the needs and wishes of others than one's own self. Guys who are here should be here for the community. You were voted by the community. I think it's time to listen to the community and who they voted for. Thank you.
Well said. Thank you.
Wally?
Trigger request 2.4 gets tabled tonight. It's sad that at the Monday night's meeting, it was made obvious that was what the board president had to say as the reasoning to do this now, because schools were illegally sold 6 years ago. If anybody wants to go along with something like that, these are not for children, these are here sitting here for revenge to them. I can't believe you haven't been here for how many meetings, but you sure have understand the bad meetings. It's really disappointing, Rusty. I just find it very upsetting that I have children in this school district and lived it my entire life. And people like you who have no children come in here to try to ruin it. Dave Bradley has been with, back and forth with me all week. He did a terrible decision. Everybody knows that back in 2019 already, he did cost the school district over $100,000 with this nonsense in court, our education dollars. This isn't anything I'm saying here that I didn't already say to him. Back and forth between the two of us. It was just brought up, he recently cost us $16,000 and a right to know that got him no more information than he already had before. It's not gonna lead to anything. All it is revenge. That's eventually gonna lead to liability. That's gonna cost us money. I'm asking us to table 2.4. I'm also gonna say that if we're gonna listen to our voters, then Dwayne was the next vote getter. He should absolutely be the person to get that seat. If he is not interested in that seat, it should go to the next vote getter. I know you skipped me and appointed him, but I'm not saying you shouldn't go back to that. He's the next vote getter. He should be the guy that gets on the job. If you don't want it, you should go get the salary. Thank you.
I believe that's the end of the public comment. Great. Moving on to part 2, item 1.2. Do I hear a motion to accept the resignation of board member Sean Gleaves effective as of the close of business day, Wednesday, November 8th?
So
Second.
With regret.
Without.
Comments or questions on this item? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? The ayes have it. Item 2.2, do I hear a motion to formally declare the board vacancy resulting from the resignation of Tom Leaves?
So moved.
Second.
Comments or questions? Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? The ayes have it. Moving on to item 2.3, announcement of individuals declaring interest. I'm going to read the list of people who have emailed the board in the order with which we received them to the best of my ability. Walter Zlomzovich, Ryan Bowman, David Bradley, Sarah Weinrich, Brooke Kennedy, Todd Cook, Brian Shaner, and Kirk Henry.
There's another one.
There was a last minute
There was a lot.
email
Was it
from
at,
Tom Zimmerman.
was it after 3:30?
Oh, yeah.
So that was the drop dead, but we can say Tom Zimmerman. Dwayne, do you want to make a comment? Because I know that multiple people have made the same comment that Wally has made about you being the next highest vote getter.
You know, in the last couple of days, I've been approached by many people about submitting a letter of interest for the vacancy. And as the next highest vote getter, which Wallen pointed out, I think I have something to say about this. I've reviewed, with the exception of the last three that came in, I've reviewed the letters of interest and read a bunch of general platitudes used by applicants to try to convince a majority of the board that one is somehow more worthy than the others to take a seat on this board. I find several candidates who express specific goals to improve our school and who were not related to board members-elect, administrators, or staff. The one thing that I find very disturbing in this last election, the accomplishments and morals of this school board were undermined. Some turned to outright deceit and lies to justify their manipulation, using buzzwords to garner support. It seems somewhere along the line, the politics of the school system took over from respect, manners, and common sense. No matter what disagreements occur, respect needs to be present. This position is not supposed to be about protecting your friends, your family, or union members. It's about educating our children and preparing them for real life in the most responsible way possible, while considering that many taxpayers are on fixed incomes and holding everyone accountable to the goals. In my mind, one applicant stands above the rest, asking for consideration only if his first choice declined the vacancy. His diligence in pursuing accountability for every taxpayer while subjecting himself to unbelievable ridicule for pursuing the truth, as it was repeatedly blocked, forcing him to take this district to court, which he ultimately prevailed in, should be applauded. He literally stood like a lion against a pack of jackals for years.
Yes, I know. He thinks of himself as
Well, yeah. So with that in mind, I'm going to make a motion to appoint an eligible community member, namely David Bradley, to fill the unexpired term of Sean Leaves, effective immediately until the board reorganizational meeting in December 2027.
Wait, can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question, Gwen? So would you rather cause a circus or would you rather serve the board yourself? Because you did in fact just run for a 4-year seat.
So before debate can happen, we need to take
a second.
public, well, we need a second.
We need a second motion.
Thank you.
First again.
So the proper form is to take public comment, although if someone wishes to table the motion, someone can make a motion.
I make a motion to table.
I'll
the motion.
second.
Okay, so the proper procedure is there is no debate on tabling. We take a vote on whether or not people want to table it. So, all those in favor of tabling the motion?
Aye.
Opposed? Nay? It is not tabled.
Why?
I'm following the proper forms here. I was, I know
Okay.
you're the better parliamentarian than me, but I'm.
Not necessarily. I didn't read that one today.
I did. So now we will take public comment. Since this is a new motion on the floor, people may approach the table and speak for 3 minutes each, whoever wishes.
Me, I'll be the first one. So the way, I know you for many years to be an honest person, you just ran for a 4-year seat. Had you won in November at the election, would you be resigning today?
I'm not resigning today.
Well, that's what I'm saying, like, so you'd be on the 4. Don't understand why I'm not gonna, take on this vacancy for the next 4 years if our votes will.
No, we're as well.
No,
You don't need to
he was a 4-year candidate. He was a 4-year candidate.
Yes.
So had he won the election, he'd be on for 4 years. This is
Oh,
only for 2 years.
I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about to be on another floor.
He would have been here for 4 years. This is only asking you to stay for 2. Dave did not run in an election. I have in writing from Dave, he's a one term only. And that's his action, or his actions prove that that's Dave Bradley, one term only. So how is he gonna get appointed to a term or to finish a term if he already served a term? But I just come back to you. I know you forever. I'm not trying to put you in the spot, but you ran for a 4-year seat. We're asking you to do 2 for your kids. Consider doing 2 for our kids. Dave Bradley should not be on the sport.
I've looked at the applications that have been received.
Forget that. Had you won, you'd be here for 4 years.
I would be.
We're only asking you to stay for 2.
I didn't win.
I know, but we're asking you to stay for 2.
We made the motion.
I only made a motion. You have Dave Bradley in your mind since Monday. Wasn't it obvious? And probably before.
No, it's been for years.
Well, and for the fact of the record, I was the one that said,
Ryan,
Ryan,
Ryan?
I sent the email to you, said, I sent it
I don't
to
care
you.
what you said.
I was like, so I'm here for it. I'm taking full accountability.
would anyone else like to make a comment?
William Howland, I recently won the 2-year seat for the board elect for December. I'm not surprised I'm sitting here tonight. I had hoped otherwise, but I'm here to say you guys blew an opportunity to show good faith with this incoming group of directors and with the heightened area school district community as a whole. Your willingness to appoint Citizen Bradley demonstrates your continued vindictive nature and your acceptance as to how the next 2 years will unfold. No name brings more grimaces and looks of horror than Citizen Bradley. We all know what this means. It means unproductive meetings, fighting about the past, lawsuits, wasted money, endless right to knows, and fantasies about administrators walking out in handcuffs. We've all seen and we've all lived through it. Our district deserves better. We were ready to continue with, not undo, this board's work. We made that clear in many ways possible. I feel like Jeremy and I had a productive conversation on elective morning that set the stage for a collaborative civil board relationship, regardless of the election results. This meeting tonight tells us otherwise and the community otherwise. Had this been done a better way in December, we could have discussed an appointment for the next highest eligible vote getter, perhaps appointing an existing board member after their term expires in December, or another qualified community member who had submitted their letter of interest for consideration. Instead, you appoint the most divisive and unelectable character available to further split this board and the community. Shame on Joy, Jeremy, and April for being part of this well-planned deception. For the record, it was not difficult to grab 4 seats, and there were only 5, because the people voted for what they wanted. They wanted a grounded, more centered board to continue working with existing board members on current issues and future challenges. The voters saw us as the better candidates and trusted that we would do our best without vendettas and vindictive motives. We could have worked together on this first challenge and set the stage for collaboration and a civilized board experience. Instead, you chose to burden our community and district with the king of chaos, Citizen Bradley. Welcome back to the world of chaos and frustration. This is on you guys. Thank you.
Anyone else from the community like to make a comment?
I'm not sure how we got to 2.4. So we're just going over announcements of individuals, right? So what gives Director Gallagher the right to make the first motion?
Anyone can make a motion.
Well, I think
Because Joy's the president.
you're voting on his
And
motion.
Joy didn't want to make it.
You're voting on his
She got a
motion.
way to do it.
They already knew who was getting appointed tonight. It was-
So I really,
Yes, we all do.
I really think that there should be a roll call vote for all of the
Okay.
candidates. At least let everyone know where they stand with the vote.
Well, I'm not sure everybody read everything because Tom's just came in. I didn't have any.
I just say you're out of order by making a.
But we should have tabled the motion to a later date and considered everybody.
Okay. Okay. All right. So fair enough. So what Jason is suggesting is that we table the motion, move to 2.4, and then a new motion can be made at that time. Okay?
And wait a minute, what motion are we tabling?
So because I hadn't announced that we had moved to 2.4, we were out of order. It doesn't matter.
Oh, I could have sworn you said 2.4, but fine.
I can't reply.
Isn't that,
I
wasn't that the motion? I made the motion to table.
correct.
And then we vote, you guys voted no.
All right.
What
So let's just cure the form.
Oh, I see, because Wayne
Procedurally.
picked it up.
procedurally, the motion that Dwayne made should be tabled because
We weren't.
nobody else had the opportunity, nor would they have thought they had the opportunity to make a motion for a candidate because we had not yet moved to 2.4%.
Gotcha, I see.
So I make a
Because
motion
it's
to,
just that
I
we
make a
wanted so
motion to,
bad for Dave Bradley.
I make a motion to table. Do I have a
But I already made that motion on Wayne's and you voted against it.
motion, not
Yeah.
Correct.
Yes,
Yes.
So
Dwayne's motion, yes. Okay, all those in favor?
I,
White.
Nay. We've already done this.
Okay, well, it's tabled because it was 5-3, I understand. All right.
Actually, it's 6.
Moving on to item 2.4, I make a motion to appoint Dave Bradley to fill the unexpired term of Sean Gleaves effective immediately until the board reorganization meeting in December 2027.
I'd like to make a motion to nominate Tom Zimmerman to fill that vacancy.
You actually can't do that. I looked up the parliamentary procedures and the protect.
You were okay with Dwayne making this motion?
That's right.
Why didn't I?
You can,
Because it's not the way she wants it to go. It must go that
you
way.
can make a motion to table.
Dwayne made a motion to elect Bradley. You guys are all in favor.
Well, I thought we were at 2.4.
Well, we're going to 2.4 right now. Why can't I make the motion? Because
Okay.
it's not Dave Bradley.
Okay, fine. You made a motion for Tom Zimmerman. Where's your second?
I'll second it.
Great. I make a motion to table your motion. Do I have a second?
second,
Great. All those in favor of tabling the motion to appoint Tom Zimmerman? Aye. Opposed?
Nay.
Great.
Now, now, let's all see what's happening. Let's all look at what's happening here. It's not democracy.
We cannot.
I make a
Not
motion
really.
to Brian Changer.
No, we all have this planned out.
I'll second that.
Because
Because you just all have Jordan.
by the.
We can do it all night.
And I make a motion when the.
I don't actually think you can make a motion when a motion is in.
Leave her at the point.
They should never have been done today. We have 30 days to do it.
Public comment.
You made a motion
Correct.
to appoint Dave Bradley. That motion was seconded, correct?
Correct.
We should be opening up the public comment on that language.
Thank you.
I didn't hear.
Did we hear that
So-
already?
We will have public comment on the motion to appoint Dave Bradley.
Hi, I'm Kenny. I've been, first of all, an employee, but also a taxpayer. I've been coming to these meetings, except for the last few months, on and off for the last couple of years. I've been here when Mr. Bradley's been on the board. And I've been here for 12 approximately nights.
That's
And what
right.
I'm seeing here is very upsetting just because we're not here trying to work together for what's best, and that's the kids. The community, yes. The staff, yes. But the kids. And I can tell you right now, if that man is appointed, that's not what's going to happen. And I'm sorry, we can agree to disagree, that's democracy. But at the end of the day, I would hope that we could just sit down and agree and do what's best together and not have this bickering and set a good example for our students and do what's best for the kids. Please. That's all I ask. That's all everybody in this room asks. Thank you.
Christina Hobbs. I didn't plan on saying anything today. I usually don't, but then I usually end up saying something anyway. As I stood there in the back, as a parent and an employee and a taxpayer, I am literally dumbfounded that people on this board would want to put David Bradley back in one of these chairs. When he was a member of this board, he brought nothing but chaos and confusion and community division. And indeed, if he were to make it back into one of these seats, it would be, as Joy pointed out the other day on her Facebook page, an event worthy of popcorn. Because it would be nothing more than the circus we had, a front page circus a few years ago. You know, I have plenty of teacher friends, other families in other communities nearby, far away. Our board was known, right? And we weren't known for good things. People would say, oh my gosh, you're lying. Your board is crazy. Yeah, it was. And it was all over the newspaper. Is that the kind of board you want to be? Is that the kind, like Kenny said, the example you want to set for our kids? People who rave like lunatics when they don't get what they want? People who sling mud and call names and shout things? I don't want that for this district. I live here, I teach here, I love here. I want to be proud when I talk to people who are not part of this community. I want to say, you're right, I'm from Lehighton, and that's my tribe, and I'm proud of it. If he's in one of these chairs, that's not going to happen.
May I speak one more time? Absolutely.
I will allow it. It's not proper procedure.
Oh, yeah,
that's true. That's true. Yeah, no, that's correct. I forgot that.
Allow me to speak for the 4 candidates elected tonight. To the remaining board members and Dwayne. We would love to figure out another solution to this. There are so many people, including Dwayne, that could take this position and help us work amicably together. This is going to be difficult. It's going to be controversial. It's going to be a problem up there. I know that we can work better as a team moving forward without that individual. Almost any other individual could be there, we could do better. So I'm asking you guys to reconsider again, letting us debate this in a good way in December. We promise not to exclude anybody. Like Dwayne, like your next vote getter, if that's something you want, I feel comfortable we can support that. I just am asking and nearly begging not to let this happen because it's gonna change the dynamics of this district, guaranteed. Thank you.
You're gonna sit here for midnight meetings? How long are you gonna sit here for midnight meetings? Because they're gonna wait it out. Because everybody knows the goal is keep these other four here until midnight and see how many quit. They're gonna get our support, they're not gonna quit. So you could expect them to be here till midnight as well. While you have Dave running around doing nothing for our kids, never said anything for our kids, never done anything for our kids, can't fix anything. He exposed a lot and he gets credit for exposing, but what did he fix? He didn't fix nothing. I remember defending you, Joy, from Dave when we came in here one night and was disrespectful to you. You remember that?
Yep.
Yeah, let's go through that again. Thank you.
I have a question, Joy. So you would rather burn down the district with Dave than work peacefully with them and someone else?
Well, somebody else.
We're taking public comment. We can debate.
So I can go back over there and sit and do comment.
Go ahead.
I'm not gonna debate you.
But that's your goal, to burn down the district, to burn down every single thing that we worked 4 years for.
Nope, I'm trying to.
4
preserve it.
years for. You're gonna burn it down, just so you don't have to work with them.
Let's say
That's exactly what I was gonna say. No, hi, it's Sarah Weinrich. I, on last Tuesday, felt disappointment, of course, that I was not voted onto this board, because I know that I have a lot. And I know that I would be an asset to this community, but I was fully prepared to accept that loss, because that is how the democracy and that is how the elected process works. And that is exactly what should be happening. Now, Dwayne, if you're choosing not to take the seat that is now open, and if Joy and Jeremy and April, if you all can sincerely sit here and look at these people and tell them that of the 8 candidates that submitted letters of interest, 9 maybe, that Dave Bradley is the best option for them and for their children and for our teachers. That's what you're saying to them? All of you, truly. Of the 9, to your core, you believe he is best. We have talked for hours at these polls. It is astonishing to me that individuals who are in charge of the decisions that impact my babies, truly, to your core, you believe that that man is the one that is best. It does not need to be me. I know I would be better for this district. And I think most of the people in this room do too. That man is not what is best for my children, or for my wallet, or for my community. And I think if you take a step back for a minute and you stop playing the political games, you will see that too. I'm a mother, I'm a taxpayer. That man and your decision right now is dictating the next 4 years of the people that you will be sending. And it is so disappointing to know that you're going to sit here in your righteousness and continue to choose it. Because growth and leadership looks sometimes like saying, I was wrong. You were right, I was wrong, we should wait. You still have the opportunity to do that.
I just might kind of get up here tonight.
Hopefully they're not watching.
Show myself. I guess my first question is, was Tom Zimmerman's letter turned in after 3:30 today?
Yes.
Are you willing to take any other letters?
You can suggest any names you wish.
What I'd like to do is table it and let's wait. Be fair, try to bring the board together.
Some of those letters came in quite late. I mean, I sent them this afternoon. Some of us were working, we didn't have a chance to really digest it.
So ever since, when was the night meeting, Monday night, I've got nothing except for this. And I'm leaving borough council because I want to spend more time with my family at home. And I'm not saying I would get all of your votes. I'm not saying I would be the person to sit with you guys. But I think I have a good enough relationship with a lot of you that at least whether we agree or not, you respect me and know that I could work with one side or the other. This is not saying I'm putting my name there and I'm just talking out loud right now. I would not consider this even one iota if it wasn't for the fact that tonight you named David Brown. So Dwayne, I'm gonna talk right to you, okay? Because you and I have known each other for a long time, we've gone through a lot. Something happened, and let me preface this. David Bradley might have brought a lot to the table. He might have given you a lot of information, he might have been fiscally responsible, what have you. Something happened 8 years ago with David Bradley and myself that I will never forget. And I told him and other people that I will never bring that to public, and I will never say that on TV, and I will never say that into a public meeting. I'm gonna ask you to call for an executive session or a recess and meet with me so I can tell you what happened. Because if you can still sit there and vote for him after what I tell you, I'm sorry. And I hate saying this, and you're not the man I thought you were. And you know me, I'm a tough cookie. This is hard for me to sit here and do this. You're representing children, and what I'm going to tell you has to do with my child. So please just think about this face right now. My name is this Dwayne.
Jason, can I make a motion for the short recess?
Second.
All those in favor of a short recess?
Aye.
Opposed? Great. Executive session.
Recess for executive session.
I think she only explained.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Would you prefer